Hey, what's up? If you are back, welcome back. And if this is your first time here, I am honestly so glad you found this channel. I usually geek out about ways to use technology to teach, learn, and generally get more done without losing our collective minds. Today I want to talk about something that intimidates a lot of people, which is the process of making content. Seriously, it does not have to be this huge, scary, or complicated thing that drains all your energy. Whether it's a walkthrough like the ones I make, a screencast for a tool, a narrated slide deck, or a quick clip for social media, the barriers are lower than you think. They are definitely lower, especially if you happen to be using the right tools to speed up the workflow. A lot of educators and creators tell me the same thing, which is that they want to help their students or build an audience, but they figure it's just too complicated. They worry about cameras, microphones, complicated editors, and the whole overwhelming production setup. That is true to an extent if you try to do absolutely everything from scratch, but there are tools designed to remove those pain points entirely. Today I am not just demoing one of those tools, I am walking through how to simplify content creation and repurposing with Vizard. Vizard is an AI-first platform that turns long-form video into ready-to-post short clips, schedules them for you, and gives you a content calendar. If you are an educator or a teacher, trust me, this specific platform could be a total game changer for your workflow. Imagine your students being able to watch a quick explanation of a tricky topic at 3 in the morning, saving everyone so much time. Or imagine turning 1 hour-long lecture into an entire week's worth of social posts without spending days editing. That is the promise here, and it is a really strong one for anyone producing consistent content. Now, full disclosure, there are a lot of very solid tools out there, and I still use various screen recording software depending on the job. For instance, apps like Demo Creator are great for recording and doing deep edits, capturing your screen, and creating presentations. But the truth is, once you have a long video, whether it's a screen capture, a lecture, or an interview, the next standard is always the same: making bite-sized clips. That is exactly where Vizard shines as a platform designed for that specific social repurposing stage. Let me break down what Vizard does and why it's worth a look, focusing on 3 main headline features. I will also sprinkle in some workflow tips and real use cases, so this doesn't just sound like a dry product list. First, we have auto-editing viral clips, which honestly feels like magic when you see it in action. You upload a long video, and Vizard's AI scans it to find the parts that are most likely to perform well on social media. It creates short clips that are basically ready to post because it looks for high-energy moments and clear punchlines. The clips aren't random at all. They are specifically optimized for engagement to get people to stop scrolling. For creators who want to keep feeding their feeds without grinding through manual edits, this saves a humongous amount of time. Second, there is the auto-schedule feature, so you don't need to babysit your posting times throughout the day. Set how often you want to publish, give Vizard a cadence, and it will automatically schedule the clips across your channels. For small teams or solo creators who don't have a dedicated social manager, this feature is absolute gold. You can set it and forget it, while consistency does the heavy lifting for you in the background. Third, the content calendar is essentially your control center for everything you are putting out into the world. You can preview clips, drag and drop publish dates, tweak captions or thumbnails, and manage everything from one place. No more jumping between a dozen apps or confusing spreadsheets just to keep track of what is going live when. It is especially handy if you are repurposing a single lecture into multiple formats, ensuring everything supports the next step. So what does a practical day-to-day workflow with Vizard actually look like for a creator? Here is a typical run. You record your long-form content, maybe a screen capture or a lecture based on a PowerPoint. You upload the video to Vizard, and within minutes, the AI creates a stack of clips and highlights for you to review. You review them, maybe tweak the captions, change a thumbnail, and then let the auto-schedule cue them up. That is it. There are no complex timelines involved, and no need to spend hours learning a new editing application. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. What about editing control for those of us who like to tweak things? Vizard isn't taking away your control. It is actually giving you a high-quality starting point to work from. You can edit the clips, trim them, add captions, pick a different key moment, or stitch various clips together. The main idea is to move the grunt work to AI and let you do the fun, creative polishing yourself. And if you prefer to do heavy edits, you can combine tools like Demo Creator for recording and Vizard for slicing and scheduling. Another useful detail is captions and accessibility. As Vizard auto-generates transcriptions for you, captions improve watch time help viewers in noisy places, and open your videos up to non-native speakers. If you are teaching, subtitles are especially helpful because students can follow along and easily search the transcript later. You might ask, how does this compare to using a full-blown editor and doing absolutely everything yourself? There are pros and cons, as tools like professional NLEs give you pixel-perfect control over every single frame. But they also require significant time and a learning curve, and they don't solve the core repurposing problem. Turning one long video into a feed of clips, each with captions and posting times, is still manual unless you add a system. Vizard is designed specifically for that repurposing stage, and it is optimized for volume, speed, and distribution. If you want a polished flagship video, pairing both approaches is perfect. Edit the long form, then let Vizard extract the clips. Let me paint a few specific scenarios where Vizard really shines for different types of creators. If you are an instructor with a semester of lectures, upload each one to get bite-sized clips that explain single concepts. Students get quick refreshers, and you build a content library passively without doing extra work every week. If you host long interviews or podcasts, Vizard spots the moments that will hook viewers and turns them into shareable snippets. If you are a product demo creator, record a deep dive tutorial once, and Vizard generates clips for TikTok and Reels. One more practical note about scheduling and the calendar: consistency is what truly grows accounts over time. Many creators struggle to post consistently because editing and prepping content eats up so much of their time. With Vizard's auto schedule and content calendar, you can maintain a cadence without burning out. And when you see what is performing well, you can adjust the calendar and resurface those high-performing clips. Okay, so what about the AI angle? Is it actually reliable for what you need it to do? From what I've seen, the clip selection is smart, but it's not perfect, so you will want to glance through the suggestions. Think of Vizard like a highly capable assistant that does most of the heavy lifting, but still benefits from your creative eye. Also, Vizard plays nicely with other tools, so you can keep your existing workflow if you have one. If you are used to recording in a dedicated app with specific camera overlays or polished captures, you can still use that. Export a clean master file and feed it into Vizard for repurposing, giving you the best of both worlds. Let me be frank about pricing and positioning versus competitors, as some platforms are super powerful but very expensive. Others are cheap but offer cranky interfaces and require manual posting, which just creates more work. Vizard sits in a sweet spot for creators who need scale and speed, prioritizing efficiency over complex timeline features. If your goal is to grow on socials by repurposing long content, it will give you more return on investment in time saved. If you want me to dive deeper into any part of this, like a full walkthrough or a specific tip, drop a comment below. I can make follow-ups showing the hands-on steps, edge cases, and tips for better clip performance. To wrap up, content creation isn't about fancy gear or perfect edits. It is about getting shareable moments in front of people. Tools like Vizard take the tedious part, finding the moments, making clips, and scheduling them, and let you focus on the ideas. So if you've been hesitating to repurpose your long videos, give a tool like Vizard a try, as it might free up your time. Alright, that is it for today. And if you found this helpful, let me know what kind of content you make. I will give you tailored tips on how to turn it into a weekly content machine, and I will catch you in the next one.